The Vatican Secretary for Relations has returned to Rome following a visit to Belarus. Archbishop Gallagher was taking part in diplomatic talks to try and find a solution to the unrest. The trip also comes after the Archbishop of Minsk was denied entry to his homeland 2 weeks ago. Andrea Gagliarducci, Vatican Analyst for EWTN News, has been following this story for us. Good to see you, Andrea. So what did Archbishop Gallagher and the Belarus government officials discuss?
So Archbishop Gallagher had 4 days in Belarus. According to my information, is on his way back to Rome right now, or today. By the way, in the evening, he will be back in the Vatican. He had a meeting with Vladimir Makei, that is Belarusian foreign minister. Then he had meetings with the 2 auxiliary bishops of Minsk. We know that the Archbishop of Minsk is denied access to the country since August 31st. And then he also go in the streets and saw the protests, according to my information. So he also saw the situation in Belarus. It's a difficult situation because in Belarus at the moment there is not even a nuncio, that is a papal ambassador, and Gallagher had these talks and tried to smooth the situation.
The Archbishop of Minsk remains outside the country, we know this, and has not been allowed to return home. Can you update us on the situation?
Yeah, there is an information today from the Ministry from the Internal Affairs of Belarus that says that Archbishop Kondrusiewicz was denied access to Belarus because his passport was cancelled. We don't know the reasons why the passport was cancelled. Archbishop Kondrusiewicz already said that he's going to appeal, but still at the moment is not considered as a Belarusian citizen. There are no legal groundings for that, according to what I know. There are probably some provisions in the law, but we don't know the reason why Archbishop Kondrusiewicz was denied access, in fact. We're waiting for the updates. We're waiting for what the Ministry for the Internal Affairs will respond to Kondrusiewicz's request.
Andrea, can you talk about the relations between the Vatican and Belarus? What are they like?
Well, the relations are considered cordial. Actually, after the meeting between Archbishop Gallagher and Vladimir Makei, the foreign ministry, they said that they want to keep cordial relations. Belarus is a sort of outpost toward Russia. So everybody's expecting at one point the Pope to go to Belarus because it's a sort of gate to Russia. And actually today I had the occasion to speak with Cardinal Parolin, the Vatican Secretary of State, and he also said that likely the Pope will go to Belarus, but not now, obviously, when the situation is better. We're waiting for the new nuncio, as I mentioned before. Cardinal Parolin is going to ordain bishop, the new nuncio, tomorrow. The new bishop is Monsignor Ante Josic, and I expect him to be in the country by the end of the week or at the beginning of the next week, in order to see how they can handle the situation, because obviously the Holy See now considers the situation with Belarus a sort of crisis, because the Archbishop is not allowed to get back to his seat.
Andrea, obviously the world is watching what's happening over there. Any idea if the situation in Belarus will improve?
Well, we don't know if the situation in Belarus will improve, because certainly the protests are not going to stop. Last Friday, there was a huge way of the cross through the streets of Minsk, asking for justice. The Pope made a mention, without mentioning Belarus, at the Angelus, saying that the protests everywhere in every country must be peaceful. And this is what the local church is trying to foster. But we don't know how much the President Lukashenko will keep handling the power this way, trying to also silence the opposition.
Well, Andrea, thank you so much for your time today and your analysis. We appreciate it. Andrea Gagliarducci, Vatican Analyst for EWTN News. Thanks again.
Thank you.